On May 4, 1929, Audrey Kathleen Rustin was born in Brussels, Belgium. Her parents were the Dutch Baroness Ella van Heemstra and Joseph Victor Anthony Rustin. Her father later adopted the surname Rustin Hepburn because he incorrectly believed himself to be descended from James Hepburn, third husband of Mary Queen of Scots. Her father left the family in 1935 when she was only 6 years old and was rarely a part of her life after that. In 1937, she was sent to live in Kent, England to be educated at a small independent school in Elmham. In 1939, at the start of World War II, her mother moved Audrey back to the Netherlands in hope it would remain neutral like World War I. When Germany invaded the Netherlands in 1940, her mother temporarily changed Audrey's name to Etta van Heemstra because her original name may reveal British heritage, which was dangerous under German occupation. After having multiple family members executed and deported, her mother moved her family to the nearby city of Velp to live with their grandfather. Audrey performed silent dance performances to raise money for Dutch resistance. She also secretly delivered the underground Dutch newspaper on bike to members of the resistance and brought food and messages to downed Ally flyers hiding in nearby woodlands. She also volunteered at a hospital that was a center for resistance in Velp. After the war ended, she began pursuing acting, modeling, and dancing, and began landing small film roles. In 1945, she moved to Amsterdam with her mother and siblings, where she began ballet training with Sonia Gaskell, a world-famous ballet instructor. Her debut role in film was in 1948 as an air stewardess in Dutch in 7 Lessons, an educational travel film. Her first role on the silver screen was in Monte Carlo Baby. While filming this in Monte Carlo, she caught the eye of French novelist Colette, who wanted her for her stage adaptation of Gigi, despite Audrey's inexperience. She went on to star in such films as Roman Holiday, Charade, Two for the Road, My Fair Lady, and my personal favorite, Breakfast at Tiffany's. She struggled with judgment in Hollywood because of her looks and personality. She rose to fame during the same time as Marilyn Monroe, in a time where society was idolizing the curvy figure in women. Audrey was often called too skinny and even boyish, saying her nose and feet were too big. She was also misunderstood and called fake because of her genuine kindness. She would do things such as cook spaghetti dinners for the crew on the movie she was working on. Despite all of this, she stayed true to herself. One of my favorite quotes from her is, "Beauty is being the best version of yourself, inside and out." Over her time in fame, she married twice, one marriage lasting 13 years and the other 14 years. Although she had a successful film career, she always put her family first. She gave birth to 2 sons, who she made her priority over her career. Both sons have written books about her, admiring her as a mother. Her firstborn son, Sean, wrote, "I'm often asked what it is like to have a famous mother. I always answer that I don't really know. I know her first as my mother, and then as my best friend. Only after that did I understand that she was an actress and, with time, that she was truly an exceptional actress. Only after she passed away did I realize to what extent she had truly touched our world." After her time in the spotlight began to fade, Audrey Hepburn began to devote her life to being a humanitarian. After she was appointed a Goodwill Ambassador of UNICEF, she stated that she was grateful for receiving international aid when enduring the German occupation as a child, and wanted to show her gratitude to the organization. She visited many countries as her time as a humanitarian, including Ethiopia, Turkey, Honduras, El Salvador, Guatemala, and Vietnam. She visited orphanages to provide food, worked to bring immunizations to third world countries, and met with world leaders to discuss real change. In 1991, President George Bush presented Audrey Hepburn with the Presidential Medal of Freedom in recognition of her work with UNICEF. In September of 1992, she returned to Switzerland, where she began to fall ill and was later diagnosed with the rare form of abdominal cancer. Her family returned to Switzerland with her to celebrate her last Christmas, and on the evening of January 20th, 1993, at the age of only 63, Audrey Hepburn died in her sleep at home. Audrey's legacy lives on today through her films, as well as the lives she touched through her compassion. She inspires those who love her to stay true to themselves and fill the world with kindness.